Now let's talk about the old school and the new school mindset for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and for martial artists in general. See, old school says that there's only 20 students in the whole entire world. If I have 10 students, if you have 10 students, obviously I have to do something bad to you. I've got to talk bad about you. I got to beat you. Our team has to smash yours. And in order for me to have more money in my pocket, in order for me to have more students, I have to find some way to steal some of your 10 students because there's only 20 students in the world. This is a very old school mindset and it's very dangerous to the industry. Number two, military discipline. Some people have gotten their mind watching old, martial arts movies from back in the day, or from watching, different movies, that the style of martial arts that everybody wants is to get into a big room, have everybody in there sweating, doing sit-ups and push-ups and everything else, trying to get in shape. This is very old school. This is something that was passed down to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from the Japanese method of training and also from the European method of training. So a lot of European military officials came to help the Brazilian army and the Brazilians in the beginning of their modern age with their military training. And some part of that training was a lot of what you see today, basically military regimented style training, but for martial arts. Mix that with the Japanese style, and that's why you do so many drills that seem like they're not connected to what you're doing in class sometimes. So that's number two. Number three, a totalitarian mindset. There's so many people in the martial arts industry and the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specifically that really are like mini dictators in their own school or in their organizations. This is something that has to change in the industry, and I'm sure that you have seen it. I'm sure that you experienced it. Hopefully you're not one of them, but it's something that needs to change, and it's something that we can all change going forward. And part of that is number four, is that a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructors overstep their boundaries. Being a master of martial arts does not mean you are a master in other parts of life. It doesn't mean that you know how to fix a car. It doesn't mean you know how to help somebody that's having an abusive marriage. So sometimes as martial artists, being the master, having people look up to you, causes us to overstep our boundaries. This is very old school. Being the guru, being the sage, being the wise old man, wise old woman, giving answers for everything. This is very old school. Now let's talk about the new school.